Today I want to give an overview of Ujo Music. So what is Ujo Music? Ujo Music is a decentralized marketplace for musicians and audiences. It's comparable to centralized counterparts like Bandcamp, iTunes, and other audio download slash streaming platforms. The main difference between Ujo Music and other platforms is the fees. So all of the fees go directly from the audiences or listeners to musicians. There's no middleman here. So compare that to something like Bandcamp that has lower fees than iTunes. Still, Bandcamp has 15%. Meanwhile, Ujo Music has 0% fees. So when you first go to the Ujo Music website, you'll find this Discover page. This Discover page includes all of the various songs you can find on the platform. And the default setting is actually newest first, but I found that a lot of music on the newest first tab isn't the best quality versus the oldest first, which really has a lot of high quality songs. And one of the best parts about this platform is that it uses cryptocurrency, uses Ethereum and now DAI to uh, allow the audience to pay directly to the musician, the producer, whoever is uploading the song. So, for instance, I really like this song here. I played it, streamed it here, and I'm able to buy the release. I'm also able to buy a $5 badge here in support of the artist. I'm also able to tip the artist amounts of $1, $5, or $10. Um, so I want to buy this release and see everything uses MetaMask. So you have to realize that there's a gas fee included on the Ethereum network. So that's an additional 2 cents right now, right? So 3 cents, okay, it's 5 cents, confirm it. So now I've successfully purchased this release, and this is actually quite a nice song here. Some ambient drum and bass, I really enjoyed it, and I'm able to support the artist. And I just click download here, and now you can see this song is downloaded here, and you can see the MetaMask confirmation there, and that just disappeared. And now let's talk about more features on the platform. So if you're a returning user on Ujo Music, you might find this little pop-up here. And basically it's saying that each song you play will cost 1 cent, and that money will go directly to the artist. Okay, this is a cool concept, the fact that you have to pay for streaming, but it's per song. The only downside of that is there's a lot of songs on Ujo Music that aren't necessarily the best. So with that, you have to kind of think, well, I wish there was a way to uh, know which songs were the best according to everyone else, which ones were like completely terrible. But there's no real way to do that. So because the platform itself offers no like curated list of the top artists or top songs, this kind of makes the streaming aspect kind of difficult when you have to pay 1 cent every time. But I guess that's kind of one of the things that goes along with the decentralized marketplace. It's like everyone can compete equally, but at the same time, from the end user perspective, this could be an improvement to where at least we have some kind of idea of what is actually the high quality songs that we should be listening to, we should be downloading, that we should be interacting more with the artist on. So yeah, this is one area that could be improved. So another area where you might be thinking needs to be improved or some change could be made is the fact that you always have to pay the artist in Ethereum. But this is no longer the case because as of March 2019, Ujo published a blog within the consensus publication that said that DAI payments will now be available on Ujo Music. So this will increase the stability. This uses connects payment channels. So you know exactly what everything costs. So instead of giving the artists the equivalent of $1 in ETH today, which might be $1.10 tomorrow, might be 90 cents tomorrow, it's kind of impossible to tell or exactly when they're going to check it or what they're going to do with those funds, you can give them a stable coin like DAI to make sure that that amount stays stable. And here is that article that I was referring to. As you can see, as of March 2019, that's still kind of in the works, but we're in May 2019, so we can expect to see that pretty soon, that this will be something that's available to all users on the Ujo Music platform. So I also wanted to look at this from the perspective of how will Ujo Music compete against other streaming platforms. Of course, Ujo Music also includes the digital downloads feature, but in terms of the streaming, they're now charging 1 cent per stream, which compared to other services, you can see these amounts here are actually very comparable, around the 1 to 2 cent range per play. So the fact that the other streaming services have a little bit higher pay per stream and they have more audiences makes them more lucrative in the short term at least. But looking at it from the long-term perspective, if you're trying to establish a brand as an artist, and you can get on Ujo Music, and you can definitely have a chance to compete with other artists. And if you have high quality music, maybe you become one of the top ones on this platform. So in summary, I think the biggest area that needs improvement with Ujo Music is the curation of the songs. It would be nice to not only know which songs are the top downloaded, the top streamed, but also categories of different music genres would be nice to have. Ultimately, I think Ujo Music wants to be a competitor not just within the decentralized world of um, music streaming and music downloading platforms, but also with the centralized platforms. And the fact that it has zero fees from the middleman, it's just a decentralized network. All the fees go directly to the musicians. Definitely helps the possibilities of adoption. But first, there needs to be high quality content available for the audiences that are interested in using cryptocurrency to pay for digital downloads and digital streams.